Let's not forget. And you touched upon it, Michael. Was that arguably their best performance of the season?
Yeah, I thought it was, and Owen touched upon the reason that it was only 2, and that was the goalkeeper, Lloris. He made a string of very good saves. I thought they were dominant throughout. All those shots that you just mentioned, Manish, I mean, that's good going against any team. Certainly one of Tottenham standing. So I think, Erik ten Hag will be very pleased with the progress that they're making. The one blot on their copybook, obviously, was getting a good beating by Manchester City, but apart from that, they're flying. They're doing really well at the moment.
Owen, what impressed you in particular about that performance today?
Well, first of all, keeping a clean sheet. Any team that's got Harry Kane and Son in it, and you're keeping a clean sheet. I thought Martinez and Varane were fantastic. David De Gea barely had any work to do. Hugo Lloris on the other end, he had to make 8 saves. That's the second most of any keeper in the season. So 2-0 probably could have been, we said before, could have been anything, 4, 5 or 6. So I thought United played great, and that was probably the football that I think United fans probably would have anticipated, the Ajax football that Erik ten Hag played at Ajax, that whole brand of football where they dominated games in possession and they're aggressive, they scored goals. And that felt like the most Erik ten Hag performance really we could have expected from his Ajax, and it's come to United now, and I think that bodes well. I think United fans will be absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah. The timing of the nature of that performance, I suppose, is also quite crucial, the fact that they go to Chelsea at the weekend.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned before, I mean, they've already played Manchester City away, they've played Arsenal, Tottenham and Liverpool, in the first 10 games or so of the season, and now it's Chelsea. So, I mean, once they get through that Chelsea game, you'd like to think there's a little bit of calmer waters, let's say, in the future. And but notwithstanding that, they've been picking up results anyway, and they're starting to look like a team at long last. I think there's still lots to come from them, don't get me wrong. They don't look like the finished article, but, there's a few good teams that they've played at home, and they've swatted them all aside.
Yeah, let's have a look at the first goal by Fred. I mean, there was a huge deflection, it has to be said. But what it does do is, it kind of almost shows his renaissance, does it not, within this Ten Hag lineup, Owen?
Well, it does. I mean, look, with Fred and Casemiro at the base, Bruno can be the creator there. I thought Casemiro was brilliant, but Fred, then he can arrive in the box later on. OK, it's a fortunate deflection, Mo, but obviously the template and the blueprint's there for them.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Lloris was saving virtually everything that came to him, but he had absolutely no chance with this. I mean, this takes a deflection and literally scrapes the paint of the post. No question.